Welcome to Dakota Irish's first Kickstarter. This Kickstarter is about dice, and I hope a lot more than dice. It's something that I created to give back to the tabletop gaming community. Dakota Irish is pretty much myself. It's a sole trader company with some part-time help that comes in and helps me out on doing various different tasks like admin and things like that. I love working with my hands and I love working with wood, and so I started to make a few dice trays for my friends, and one thing led to another, and suddenly I was on Etsy and selling my own dice trays and going to conventions and becoming a part of this amazing community in a way that I hadn't expected. I've been selling dice now for probably about a year, a little over a year, and so that experience has given me a really good contact network and a really good relationship with my suppliers. I know who I'm working with, I know what they're able to deliver, and I also know the quality, and I know the time that they're able to deliver the timelines. They're extremely professional. What makes my dice different is the quality of the dice and the uniqueness of them. So when I look for dice, when I'm trying to find new dice to bring in, I'm looking for what is truly unique, what is something that I think everyone can buy into, regardless of your background, your orientation or your alignment, right? You're going to be able to find dice sets that work for you. And one of the things I've noticed with people when they buy dice is that they tend to buy dice for a character or a concept. And I think that is really cool, by the way. I love it. I started doing it myself. When I'm looking for new dice, I'm like, oh God, that would be great for an Elven Mage, or that would be great for a Halfling Barbarian, which is the best Barbarian, by the way. Dice making is part of it, but then there's also obviously the wood element. And I think for me, the two go together. And that's why in this Kickstarter, some of the other things that I'm offering are things like dice trays, dice towers, healing potion kits, status effect marker sets, and all the other accoutrements I want to be able to add as higher level and higher tier pledges for this campaign. So the first tier is just going to be a support tier. If you just want to support us and give us a little bit of funds to say, hey, look, I support what you're doing, that's kind of the first tier. And I'd like to keep that low, something that everybody can buy into, even if you just want to say, hey, listen, here's a buck or something like that. Well done. The next tier up from that is going to be a 7 dice set. So if you want to buy in and you really like one of the sets that we're doing, I have names to be determined. If you want to buy into one of the dice sets, then you can do that as a 7 dice set. And then the next tier, the third tier, is going to be a 11 dice set. So that's 2d20, a d12, 2d10s, a d8, and then 4d6 and a d4. And the reason I have that set up is because then you have all the dice you're ever going to need to play. So even if this is their first Kickstarter that you're backing, and maybe it's even your first dice set, you'll be able to take that dice set and play D&D, and you won't need to borrow anybody's dice. So you have enough to do great character creation, you have enough for your advantage and disadvantage and all the other stuff. And then the next tier up from that is going to be if you want to buy all of the dice sets. So you want all 4 of them, and you're really excited about it, you can buy into that tier. And then from there, I'll start adding tiers like dice trays, dice towers, healing potion kits, status effect marker kits, and just different bundles that you can buy. So if you say, I really want to back this and I really want to help you and support your craft, you can even get into the higher tiers and support me and support the business with that, whatever suits your budget and suits what you're looking for to get out of it. So some of the risks that we face are going to be delays in dice production. It's going to be things like quality checks. Do the dice all fit to the high standards of quality I expect from them? Are they going to be delivered on time? Are we going to have any delivery delays from me to you? Are there going to be any financial issues in terms of money exchanges? And then also import duty and import tax. So I want to be very open and upfront with it and around what risks I see with that. And that's why I think delivering the project in spring of next year, having that as the final delivery date in March 2020 makes a lot of sense. It gives me enough time to make sure that we have all of the dice, make sure that we're able to fulfill all of the pledges, and also gives us a little bit of buffer time for any of those risks. Dakota Irish is not just a dice company, it's not just a woodworking company, it's not just a 3D printing company. Dakota Irish is your one-stop shop for anything that's high quality in the tabletop gaming industry. You should be able to come on my website or come to my stall, and you should be able to find the thing that you love, the thing that you always wanted, the thing that you say, God, if I only had that, then the game would be better for me, or I would enjoy this more. You should be able to find that in Dakota Irish. I hope you find what you're looking for in this Kickstarter. particularly around some really awesome new dice sets that have never before been seen. I'm really super excited about the effects and the look of some of these. They're something really special. And in fact, every time I look at these dice sets, I see something new in them that I didn't capture before. So I'm really excited to offer these to you guys, as well as some additional stuff that maybe you weren't expecting, some new and higher pledges. So have a read. If you have any questions, let us know. I hope you'll back us in this Kickstarter. You'll tell your friends about it as well, share it on social media and help us get the word out. And thanks very much for supporting us in whatever way.